Today's video is brought to us by Aventon. Aventon manufactures all of the components on their bikes versus competitors who assemble their bikes piece by piece from other people's products. Aventon's frames are built to be compatible with most standard bicycle accessories, making it super easy to customize your e-bike with all the bells and whistles without breaking your pocket. Aventon's roots lie in high-performance cycling with a reputation for disrupting the market by providing top-tier products at an attainable price. Aventon makes a wide variety of e-bikes and accessories. I have an Aventon Adventure and I absolutely love it. So do my kids. They try to take it every chance they get. And if you haven't seen my review for it, check it out on the channel. I really enjoy my Aventon bike and I know you will too. Thank you to Aventon for sponsoring this video. And if you're interested in getting your own Aventon bike or to learn more, there's a link in the description and in the pinned comment. Now on to today's video. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. Today we're going to talk about the boyfriend loophole. Specifically, what is it? I get a lot of people who DM me and say, what is this? I need to know more about it. And I'll tell you that it's extremely dangerous. Now, I was waiting to do a video on this until this agreed upon framework was put on paper so we could see exactly what they're getting at with not only the boyfriend loophole, but the red flag legislation that they want so bad, the bribery of the states, as well as how they're going to supplement school safety and the mental health issue. So that still needs to be written down. So there's really nothing we can go off of other than I can tell you that there are two things that I'm going to tell you right now that have had me concerned about this boyfriend loophole since they started whispering about it a couple years ago. Now, my buddy Mark Smith, who runs the Four Boxes Diner, he reached out to me and he's a constitutional attorney and he has the same concern. In fact, he did a video about it the other day, the same day he reached out to me, and I'll put it down in my description. You should check out that video as well. It's coming from an attorney. And sometimes attorneys, remember I was in law enforcement, we kind of see things from different angles to give you different looks and let you know how things will be enforced or how they will be prosecuted. Now first I'm going to tell you that there is a dating partner that is codified in federal law already. And I think they're going to bastardize that definition to really try to ban a whole ton of people to make them federally prohibited. And I'm also going to tell you what they're also showing interest in is the type of law that Massachusetts has related to what is a domestic relationship, what is domestic abuse. Now you've heard, if you've been following this channel, you've seen how some of these senators are saying, you know, what is a definition and what is a woman? What is a dating relationship? What is domestic abuse? They're playing games because these definitions have been around for a long time. What they want to do is they want to twist them and make them really vague so they can be all-encompassing so that they can make as many people federally prohibited from owning a firearm as possible. Now we'll start in Massachusetts. This is the framework of what domestic violence is. If you are responding to a scene, these are the different categories in which somebody, if they fall into one of these, then it qualifies for domestic violence. One of the things they look at is, are these people or were they married? Are these people or were they residing together in the same household? Are these people or were these people related by blood and or marriage? Do these people have a child in common, regardless if they've ever been married or lived together? And do these people have a substantive dating or engagement relationship, and includes gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transsexual? Now on the federal side, dating partner is codified under 18 U.S.C. 2266-10, and it says dating partner. The term dating partner refers to a person who is or has been in a social relationship of a romantic or intimate nature with the abuser. The existence of such a relationship is based on consideration of A, the length of the relationship, B, the type of relationship, and C, the frequency of interaction between the persons involved in the relationship. Now, one thing to point out is that domestic violence, domestic assault and battery, is a misdemeanor. And what the feds, what the anti-gunners are trying to do is to create prohibited people who will lose their Second Amendment rights for life, to have them lose their rights over a misdemeanor domestic assault and battery charge. Now, I will tell you that I am not advocating for domestic violence at all, but what I will tell you is that it is common, very common, for restraining orders to be handed out all the time off of claims that are often, well, no, that are at times proven to be false. They cannot be corroborated. And because of that, because there is a large percentage, if it's 1%, it's a large percent, right? But there's a large percent, it's more than 1%, of domestic violence claims of abuse that are proven, and that's not how it happened. For instance, if you're going through a divorce, I'm speaking in Massachusetts terms here, if you're going through a divorce, one of the first things a divorce attorney will do is to get a restraining order against the other partner. And that's why you see divorce is kind of like a race to see who can file first, because they get that restraining order. And if you get a restraining order, that's enough under the boyfriend loophole to take your rights away for the rest of your life, just because it's kind of like well, you might as well do this because you might piss him or her off if you're going to divorce them. So you might want to have this protection here. And that's not what restraining orders were made for, but that's where we are. That's how it's been kind of abused, to excuse the reference there. But it happens. Both male and female are male and female and female. They are victims of restraining orders in times when it's not really what's really going on. In other words, it's not uncommon for people to manipulate the court system to kind of like take a shot at their significant other, and that happens, and it happens regularly. So because of that, them trying to make everybody in this group of people federally prohibited is extremely dangerous. Now, as Mark said in the Four Boxes Diners in his video, he said that, how broad can this get? If you use the federal, the codified definition of dating partner, the social relationship. Well, now social media is so vast. Like, if I am talking to somebody, or the other person, let's just say you and a friend live across the country and you text each other, Instagram each other, FaceTime, Snapchat, all this crazy stuff. And maybe you flirt with each other every now and then. Well, if one party thinks that you're dating, then technically by the law, by the codification, you're dating, and they can get a restraining order against you. You can fall into this boyfriend loophole, even though you don't even live on the same coast. That's how dangerous this is. This is a wide net that they're casting to try to catch as many folks as possible to make them federally prohibited. Remember, at the end of the day, the anti-gunners care not about you or your rights. What they care about is their end goal, and that is to take guns away from everybody at all costs so that they can have ultimate control. There is, however, one thing sitting in their way, and that is the United States Constitution and the Bill of Rights, specifically the Second Amendment, that they just can't stand. You could easily find yourself caught up in the boyfriend loophole because of the way the laws are codified, especially if they want to adopt other stuff like the Massachusetts side. And if you haven't noticed, when it comes to gun control, they typically look at California, Massachusetts, and New York to figure out how they're going to add stuff on the federal level. And unfortunately, it's very true. So I just wanted to give everybody a heads up. Hopefully this kind of gives you an idea of what the boyfriend loophole is. It's totally fake. It's made up. It's a giant, what they're doing is creating a loophole so that you can fall into it much easier if you've ever had a disagreement with an intimate partner, somebody you live with, a relative, a roommate, stuff like that. Think about that. How many people in your life could all of a sudden call if this was to go through and say, you know what, he pissed me off or she pissed me off, and we used to date together, or I have this Snapchat that he sent me or she sent me, and they have guns, they're dangerous. Just think of how dangerous that is and how easily that violates a lot of our rights, not just the Second Amendment. So I wanted to get this out there so you all could be a little more educated, because I know I throw out the boyfriend loophole every time I do one of these videos about what's going on in the Senate, and a lot of people have reached out. So I hope this helps you realize how dangerous it is, and you should also be talking to your senators and your representatives in Congress about this, because a lot of them don't know this either. Most of them do not know this. And again, I'll have the numbers down below in the pinned comment. Our pressure is absolutely working. Thank you. Look at John Cornyn. He got booed off the stage in Texas the other day, and the GOP in Texas has come out against him and his gun control that he has taken the spearhead on. So his own party in Texas is against him now, and his constituents are booing him. That's how we put pressure on these people to back off. Guys and gals, I hope you have a fantastic day. Until we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, carry a gun, and keep you, your friends, your family, your community safe. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you already have hit it, please double check your subscription because the purge has been going on here and there. Every couple of weeks or so, YouTube does it. So just verify your subscription. And if you got anything out of it, like the video, share the video, and turn the bell notification on to all notifications. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.